everybody, it's week 4 of our summer CSA program, and we have a nice early summer box for everybody this week, starting with our Caraflex cabbage, which is this really fun pointy cabbage. It's an early cabbage, so the leaves don't wrap super tight. They're kind of more lightweight leaves, which make it really great for cooking. I also like to use it for coleslaw, but it's usually not as crunchy, which is kind of nice for a nice light coleslaw. Make sure to put this in a bag or a container in your fridge. Don't just throw it in there, otherwise the outer leaves are going to get pretty wrinkly. We also have fennel for everybody this week. This is a pretty strong tasting bulb. Cooking it will tame the flavor a little bit. I would store this in a bag. You can use that big bag that comes in your box, wrap the whole thing in it, or if you want to fit it in a container, you could trim the fronds from the bulb, store them separately. We also have green beans again for everybody this week. Again, these are hand-picked. Since these went through a lot of rain last week, they are pretty perishable, and I would not wash these until right before you use them. You want to keep them as dry as possible for storage. Eat these up promptly. We have white onions for everybody. These are a fresh onion, so they don't have those papery skins on them. That also means they have a little bit thicker of a neck on them. You can cut that off. You should store these in your fridge in a bag or a container. I like to just chop up an onion, the whole thing, or maybe both of them, and put chopped onion in a container, then it's ready to use whenever I need it. White onion is great fresh. You can add it to salsas or salads, or you can also cook with it. We also have the first broccoli of the summer for everybody. You'll either get a nice bunch with a couple of heads banded together, or a little bag with quite a few smaller heads weighed out to about 1.5 pounds of broccoli. Similar to those green beans, since we had such a wet week last week, this is fairly perishable, so you're going to want to eat it up kind of quick. Those of you who had it bagged, it's good to go. Otherwise, you can just use that big bag in your box to store your bunch of broccoli. With this hot weather, all 3 of our spring successions of broccoli sort of melded together, and we're harvesting all of them right now. So expect 1 more week of broccoli for box 5, and then we won't have any more until the fall because we're not able to grow this in the hot summer. And then we have gold beets for everybody this week. These are a little bit more of a mild beet compared to red beets. They don't have such a strong earthy flavor. If you may be on the fence about beets, I would give these a try. They're quite sweet and nice. For storage, make sure to remove the green tops from the root, otherwise those roots can dry out pretty fast, and then keep those roots in a bag or container in your fridge. And then we also have some zucchini this week. These might be a little bit muddy when they get to you. A lot of them were harvested while there was standing water in our fields after the big rain we had last week. These don't like to be super cold, so if you have a warm spot in your fridge, make sure to keep them there. I like to put them just in my crisper drawer because that seems to be a little bit of a higher temp than the rest of my fridge. That's everything for this week. Enjoy your veggies.